In this presentation, we will discuss contributions related to colleges and universities. Contributions. Non-exchange transactions like contributions are transactions where the donor does not expect anything of value in return for the contribution. So obviously, if something's going to be receiving in exchange, it would be an exchange, it would be a transaction rather than a contribution. So let's read through that one more time. Contributions. They're going to be non-exchange transactions like contributions are transactions where the donor does not expect anything of value in return for the contribution. We're going to consider contributions with relation to FASB. That's going to be for the non-governmental type of colleges and universities, and then GASB for the governmental. With regards to FASB, contributions and promises to give are recorded as income in the period when they are made. So if there's contributions or promises to give, they're recorded as income in the period they are made. Reported as either net assets without donor restrictions or net assets with donor restrictions. And of course, the restrictions that would be put on it would be put on the person that was giving the contribution. When they give the contribution, if there are no restrictions on it, then it would be without donor restrictions, and that would be great. We would say, great, that's the way we like it. If there is some type of restriction, then of course it would be with the restriction. Estimates for uncollectible pledges are required. So if it's a pledge, note that all we really have is a promise, and there's no exchange kind of thing happening here. So unlike when we think about the revenue recognition principle, it's a little bit difficult to consider when the revenue recognition principle should happen, considering all we have, there's no exchange happening here. We're not providing anything. It's just a contribution. It's a pledge. So therefore, once they give the pledge, we're basically going to be debiting some type of receivable type of account, and we will be recording the revenue at that point in time of the pledge. As we do so, we also want to be considering how much of those pledges would be uncollectible and be reporting the amount of pledges that would be uncollectible. We're going to have to use some type of estimate similar to the allowance method that would be used in a for-profit type of organization. For GASB, for governmental type of entities, contributions are recognized as revenue when all eligibility requirements and time restrictions have been met. Eligibility requirements relate to characteristics of recipients, reimbursable costs incurred, ability to meet stated contingencies. The uncollectible promises are required to be estimated here as well. So we have to basically have an estimate for the uncollectible amount of the promises that are made.